Welcome back to our fourth video in this series, I believe. I think it's fourth. Anyway, in our last tutorial, I left off showing you how you can pull data into your application using an HTTP request. Okay, I showed you how you can import this data from JSON typing code into your Flutter app, and we created a view like the one that you see here. Okay, great stuff. We have all this stuff. So now I'm going to show you how you can navigate, okay, in your Flutter application. Let's say you have Leanne Graham here and you'd like to see more about who Leanne is, right? And if you tap onto her contact, you'd like to go onto a next page which shows you a whole lot of information, right? So navigating in Flutter is pretty simple, right? Just make sure you already have a new widget here, right? I created a widget called contact. It's just in the same directory as my as my main.dart file. Stateful widget with an app bar, pretty simple, nothing complicated there. Okay, and I imported it here. Make sure you use the package notation when importing anything in Flutter. Okay, just don't import it unless it's a Flutter specific or a Dart specific plugin or package. Okay, everything is a package in Flutter. Moving on. So navigating in Flutter can allow you to move from one point to another point in your application. On top of that, you can send data from one point to another point in your application, right? In Flutter, you can use routes to navigate to your application, or you can just explicitly navigate to your application. The route doesn't have to be part of your route. You can just explicitly navigate. So the way I'm going to show you right now is using the route. Okay. To navigate using routes, what you can do is specify a parameter or a property called route on this material app class. Routes takes in a map, which is a string and a widget, or a string and a function that returns a widget. Okay, so we're going to have /contact, right? I don't need to use the build context here, so I'm just going to put in an underscore, but if you need to use the build context for something, you can do that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and return my contact widget. Okay, now this route is part of our Flutter application. Great. To navigate to this route, go over to your list style, create a function called onTap, and inside your onTap function, type in navigator.pushNamed. Okay. Open your brackets, pass in the context, name of the route, and arguments. Now let me explain this. The navigator class here allows a few static functions or a few functions that have been exposed for you to be able to use them, right? PushNamed is just one of them. What PushNamed allows you to do is it allows you to push a named route onto the view or onto the screen. You can also push an unnamed route and just specify a material app. So this is the second way I was showing you. The way to do this, if it wasn't using this, or if you're trying to navigate with a route that isn't part of your routes up there, you can just specify a material route. But in our case, we need to push a named route because we already named it. Okay. The arguments is also an object, and the object can basically just has to be an object, and it can contain whatever valid object properties that an object can contain, and it will send that off to the next view, right? So let's just save our code here, tap on Leanne Graham, and you can see we've been able to change over to the next screen. This is the content of the Leanne Graham object, or the Leanne Graham contact. You have the contact details, and you have ID, the name, the username, so on and so forth. A whole lot of stuff. Let me show you how you can interact with this data over here. Okay, so go into your contact state just before you return the scaffold. Create a new variable, call it a map, and call it contact. Set this contact equals to Moldor route. Okay, .olv context, which is the context of our contact state here. Settings.arguments. If we print this out, you're going to see our contact data is shown here, which is exactly what we wanted. So we're going to add a title to our app bar, say contact dot contact, and we're going to have a name, right? We have Leanne Graham. The reason why I did contact and contact is because our contact is the variable name, and the variable name has an object with a property contact in it, and then that has our object with the contact details. We have a body. So I'm just going to use a list view here. Oh, actually, let me introduce you to a new view called a column, right? I'm not going to make this fancy. You can do whatever you like with this. You already know how to traverse an object in Flutter. So I'm just going to pull in one set of data, the email, save it. There you have your email. If you'd like any other type of information to show here, you can go ahead and show it as much as you want. Make the view look unique, and in case you're looking forward to it, you can tag me on Twitter or Instagram. Show me what you make. Okay, that's it for this tutorial. Watch out for any other tutorials. I may continue with my Flutter course, but these have been the basics of Flutter that you need to know to get started to make a great Flutter application. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.